I was sent a strange video the other day by epicface3000. Hey guys, I found something strange, and I'm not too sure where else to go about this. I was sent an email a few days ago from an address I didn't recognize. I won't share the address here for obvious reasons, but there was no text. Just a video file and a smiley face in the subject line. I probably shouldn't have opened it, but the impulsive part of me took over and opened it, then downloaded the file. Once the download was finished, I opened up the file but was only able to make it about 30 seconds in before pausing. It was just static. Loud, blaring static for about 15 seconds, before cutting to a dark room. I could see the outline of the walls, and I could hear the wind blowing into the microphone of the camera very lightly. I turned up the brightness on my computer until I could see more clearly. Along the back wall was this thing. It seemed human, but something about it just rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. What made me pause was something that happened just at the 30-second mark. The thing just rushed towards the camera full fucking speed, faster than anything should have been able to move. I slammed my hand down on the spacebar and looked to see that the file was 10 minutes long. No fucking way was I watching this whole thing. I had work the next day. So I did what any rational person would do. I closed my laptop and went to sleep. I just wish I deleted that fucking video right there. I wish I didn't even open the email. The next day was mostly uneventful. I went to work. I was tired as hell. That thing just haunted my dreams, making me wake up every couple hours, and of course I had the fucking morning shift. My coworker James asked if I was okay. The bags under your eyes are worse than normal, dude. Plus you seem really paranoid. Is everything okay? He asked. We weren't necessarily close, but we'd gone out for drinks after work a few times, and I felt like I had to tell him about it. I explained everything, and he seemed to believe me. Asked to see the email. You could have downloaded a virus or something, man, and I've had to help customers with this shit all the time, so I think I have a good talent for figuring this stuff out, he told me. This is where it gets weird, though. The email was just gone. No trace of it. I swear to God, dude, you've been watching too many horror movies lately, he laughed, shook his head, and went back to his desk. What the fuck, I muttered to myself, frantically searching every folder in my email for it. No trace. No goddamn trace. I wasn't scheduled to work the next day, so I told myself I'd delete that video as soon as I got home if it was still on my laptop. And it was. I dragged the video into the trash bin, heard the sound that it was moved into it, then hit empty trash. But suddenly it was back on my desktop. 3 more times I tried deleting that video, and every time it reappeared on my desktop. I'm not sure exactly what was going through my head in between that third try and me reopening the video, but I remember clicking on it. This time I would watch the full thing. Here's what I saw. From 0 seconds to 15 seconds. The static. I told you about this before. From 15 seconds to 30 seconds. The dark room with the creature. The jump scare happened at 30 seconds. And then from 30 seconds to 2 minutes and 55 seconds, it was more static. Then from the 2 minutes and 55 seconds to 3 minutes, a bunch of pictures flashed by in quick succession. The ones I could make out seemed to be of dead bodies, probably from a crime scene. And then from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, back to the dark room. There was a man rocking back and forth in the middle of the floor now, though. He was crying, and it progressively got louder, and sometimes he would say something like, "I'm so sorry, you're not real," or just strings of curse words. From 5 to 6 minutes, 2 of the things walked in. They towered over the man, and he looked up as another patted him on the head. He screamed in terror and tried to scramble away, but the one behind him grabbed him by the shoulders. He started crying and pleading for them to leave, screaming things like, "You're not real, you're not real, you're not fucking real." creatures didn't react though. The one not holding him walked towards him and stroked his face. From 6 minutes to 7 minutes and 30 seconds, the creature walked away, leaving the man and the creature holding him alone. At this point, the creature holding him started acting more aggressive, throwing him against walls, but then would cradle him like a small child afterwards. And from 7 minutes 30 to 9 minutes, the kinder creature returned and slowly approached the man. It seemed like being thrown around by the aggressive one weakened him. All he did was sob and ask, "Why me?" And that's when they spoke. "You saw us," was all it said, before plunging 2 of its fingers into his eyes, dragging them down through his face. The aggressive one tore his head off, then removed each of his limbs. It then threw them in a bag and walked away, dragging the bag off screen. The screen went black at this point, but there was still a minute left. And from 9 to 10 minutes, it stayed mostly black, with this strange low humming sound going through the background. The last 10 seconds had text appear that said, "I'm sorry," and tomorrow's date underneath. I'm not sure what to make of this. The video disappeared from my laptop after I was finished, and I didn't think to take any screenshots. I'm a little worried about tomorrow though. I've had this ominous feeling since watching the video, and it's been getting worse. Especially since my clock just hit midnight.